Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for Chicago, Hinrich is out there with Jimmy Butler. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11" tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Boozer in at the 4 slot. And for Washington, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. And at center, it's Marcin Gortat, the 6'11" versatile scorer and finisher, known as the Polish Hammer. Then it's Trevor Ariza, and it's Booker in at the 4 spot.
I tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Washington on D, 4-point game. Feeds it to Noah. Boozer passes to Noah.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Now, their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played. For most of the start of the Wizards' 2012-13 campaign, the question was, when is John Wall going to return? Well, the answer ended when he came back in January and he quickly made his presence felt on that team.
And what a huge difference for the Wizards record-wise once John Wall returned last season, Clark. There, the record 5-28 with him out, and then with him playing 24-25.
Yeah, that's the first record on pace for 12 wins. That would have been the worst in the league by far. The second record is on pace for 40 wins, which in the East would have put them in the mix for the 7th spot. So a huge difference there.
You know, one thing you know is that the son of a coach is usually going to have good shooting mechanics, and that's definitely the case with Mike Dunleavy Jr. He always seems cool and composed when he's getting ready to fire away. He's got a great release.
It's just one of the benefits of growing up in an NBA family. Shooting form comes very easy to him, and he makes the most of it. DJ Augustin's checked in for Kirk Hinrich. The Wizards shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
The jury seems to still be out if John Wall can make the jump to being one of the elite point guards in the league, but he certainly feels that he'll get there. Last season, he said he deserves a max contract. Worked on that over the summer with the Wizards. I'll tell you what, he has a lot of talent, but just hasn't put it all together yet. You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
There's a screen. Wall gets a screen from Booker. Beal against Butler, and Beal kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Beal against Butler. Beal's shot is good. And when you think of players commanding the max salary, those are your franchise guys. Clark, do you think Wall has put himself in that category yet?
I think he's been hampered by the injuries, Kevin, so you really can't make a fair assessment there. I think he has tremendous potential as a true point guard, excellent physical gifts, and I think he wants to be a leader. The Wizards have been a team of disorganization and issues in the locker room over the last few years, so I think it's still a bit unfair and premature to judge Wall at this point.
Here's Beal after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. No good. Some solid defense from Butler. Chicago trailing here. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Randy Whitman. Doris, what did he have to say?
Well, he talked about how tough a matchup the Bulls are for any team because of their defense. He said Coach Thibodeau really knows how to prevent an offense from doing what they want. The Bulls are experts in taking away options. If we're going to win, we'll have to find a lot of different ways to get points. Indeed they will, guys.
And thank you, Doris.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category. Protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
Now here is Augustin. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Butler dishes to Boozer. And it's blocked by Booker. And Carlos Boozer gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
And another miss by Washington.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Dunleavy the pass to Butler. No good on the three. Washington trailing. All with it. Now guarded by Augustin. And Wall gets to Ariza. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Ariza's got 5 now.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Augustin with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kicks it to Noah. And the layup falls.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Wall, that's good. 9 points in the game so far.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Now here is Augustin. Outside Butler. Boozer a screen on Beal. Butler kicks to Boozer. No one near him. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Wall. Left side, Wall. Kicks it out to Ariza for the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Butler attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
Drew Gooden has checked in for Trevor Booker. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with a great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. You just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
And here's Augustin after Trevor Ariza just hit the 3. Augustin dishes to Butler. Noah high post. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gibson. Rebound by the Wizards. And here's Wall. He's got 9. He kicks to Gooden. Into Nene. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Nene's got his first points of the game.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Now Augustin, he hasn't yet put up any points in this one. No one covering.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
For Washington, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. And Wall kicks to Beal. Pass to Nene. Working on Gibson. 6 feet out. And too long on the shot.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Deflected. Beal with the steal. basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Bulls making a switch here. Snell, Webster covering. The dish to Gibson. The kick outside to Butler. Drops in the tray. Butler's got 8.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Count that one.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Dishes it to Gibson. Butler. Here's Noah. He's got 9. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Wizards leading by 3. They double him with Noah. Hkkane setting the pick for Miller. Outside, Wall. Webster passes to Gooden. Nice ball movement by Washington. 5 on the clock, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Gibson the screen. Pass to Augustin. Snell. Webster covering. Wall against Augustin. Augustin off the pick from Gibson. Outside Butler. Back to Gibson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Webster. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle steps for Washington.
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And Noah backs down. Noah's got 11 points.
His shot is looking really good here in the first.
Sure is, Clark, and he's nailing everything. 5 for 5 already.
All with it. 11 points in the game. Knocked away. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on. Points in the paint for the Wizards, really a problem area last season. Even with their revamped front court, it was not easy for them to finish at the rim. Maybe a full year of having John Wall healthy will help that because he creates easy scoring opportunities.
Chicago making a switch here. Hinrich's checked in. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Hkkane dishes the Wall. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And it's good. Webster's got 6. As for the Wizards, as you said, Clark, they ended up being the second worst team in the NBA when it came to points in the paint. But they just couldn't get much going from their bigs down low, Steve.
And some of that was the injury to John Wall early because he's the one who has to set the table for those guys. But look, this is a team that has made some improvements. They're gaining some momentum. They've got some good young talent. I think that area, the points in the paint, is going to improve as this season goes on.
So it's the Wizards now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
But one thing you got to watch out with him, he loves that corner 3. And that's the easiest 3 on the court, the shortest distance, about 22 feet. That's his sweet spot.
Something else I say is that he loves those catch-and-shoot situations, Steve. When he receives the pass in space, it's right away looking to shoot it. You know, in one of the more compelling postseason stories, the question about when the Bulls would bring Derrick Rose back just continued to hover around the playoffs. Ultimately, just never happened.
Well, back to the Bulls, and even without Rose, I think the team made a big statement, Steve, with how they played in the postseason. They showed that They weren't just a one-man show with Rose running things and have a solid core and system that will always compete.
Well, it's the second straight year that the Bulls have essentially been without Rose in their playoff run due to injury. And so I think Chicago fans are kind of wondering what exactly the roof is for this team, the ceiling, if you will. Let's hope that Rose stays healthy this year, so we'll find out.
That's a few more points over their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Bringing it down hard, Now here's Hinrich. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Back to Butler. Here's the three. Second chance shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And the second free throw, good. There's 21 seconds left in the first. Now here's Wall. He's got 11. Off target at the rim. Butler on the wing. Snell with 1 on the clock. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Wizards out. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
There's no doubting, guys, that point guard Derrick Rose is the toast of his hometown of Chicago. But Rose has never been the type to court that kind of attention, preferring to keep his head down. He said, quote, "My whole life, I was always the one everyone was talking about. I've never really wanted the attention, but it has always been there. And the better I play, the more attention I get. But I hate attention. It's weird. I'm in a bind." Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Thank you, Doris. Boozer, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Well, Boozer had his name floated around at the trade deadline last season, guys. There were a number of teams that were very interested in having his physicality and scoring ability down low.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Gortat. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And you wonder why Boozer's name would be floated in trade rumors. I mean, one of the top rebounding power forwards in the game can score inside and outside.
Well, I think, Kevin, teams are becoming more and more cap conscious with the new collective bargaining agreement. And Boozer is a very highly paid player, so even though he's productive, I mean, I think some people are going to look at that contract and maybe shy away from it.
Now here is Miller. Left side, Miller. Guarded by Hinrich. Post shot. Rebound by the Bulls. Snell defended by Beal. Misses from short range. Wizards leading by 5. Ariza kicks to Miller. Miller off a pick from Booker. Here's Ariza. And again, Washington, no good.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
And it's sent back by Ariza. And here's Miller. To the middle. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Leads him in there. Snell. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Andre Miller is a guy who just doesn't miss games. You know, it's been said before, guys, but I think it's worth repeating. He says the secret to staying healthy in the NBA is don't jump. Stay on the ground. It's worked for him, that's for sure.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Well, going back to Miller and Clark, you know, you're talking about this, not a leaper, but he is strong. One of the best post-up point guards in the NBA. He's got a little bit of an up-and-under move, too, which is nice.
It's almost all just savvy and footwork and fundamentals, Kevin. I mean, he just understands angles. He gets the defender maybe to lean one way, and he goes the other. Maybe he draws contact by going through his chest. It just has an unbelievable feel for what's going on the floor.
And here's Miller following Hinrich's 3. Miller, the pass to Beal. Back to Miller. Clock at 6. And there's the feed to Beal. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Beal's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Knocks it loose. Boozer, Gortat covering, and he feeds it to Dunleavy. Hinrich outside. A 3-ball. Ariza with the rebound. Wizards leading by 5. And it's Miller penetrating. The shot is off.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 5. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Beal kicks to Ariza. The pass to Miller. And he uses the glass on the layup. Miller's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
DJ Augustin's checked in for Chicago. Bulls trail by 5. Hinrich outside. Fires from deep. And that one's good. 6 points for him.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 8. It's stolen by Hinrich. And now, in transition, is Hinrich. Here we go. That ties the game. Augustin's got his first 2 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
He dishes it to Ariza. Misses off the left iron.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Hinrich with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Augustin dishes to Hinrich. And good! Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustin. Augustin's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, it was an ugly start to the season for the Wizards. Tried to revamp by trading for a host of veterans, but out of the gate, times were tough as they lost their first 12. Eventually got things turned around and were more dangerous when John Wall got healthy.
He was all alone on that one. And it's 7 points here for Beal.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here is Augustin. Boozer kicks to Dunleavy. Gibson with the screen on Ariza. Shot clock at 6. Gortat with the steal. Miller against Gibson. Beal the pass to Miller. And that is good. Miller's got 10. The difference for the Wizards after Wall came back, as you said, Clark, was just day and night. They were so much more energized and seemed to relish the role of playing the spoiler for a lot of teams, Steve, down the stretch.
Yeah, they looked like a playoff team by the end of the year, and that's the challenge this season as we watch this club play it out. I mean, can they stay healthy? Can they continue that hot run that they had at the end of last year? And can that carry over into this one?
Now Miller, after Hinrich's three-pointer that didn't go. Miller inside, guarded by Hinrich. And again, it's Andre Miller. And it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
And Augustin kicks to Hinrich. Boozer with the screen for Hinrich. He passes to Boozer. Augustin nailed from three-point land. Augustin's got 5 points so far.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And Washington has possession. Outside, Wall. Wall gets a screen from Beal. Off the screen. Augustin grabs the board.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Hinrich with it. He's picked up by...
Man, what a play.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Beal dishes the Wall. Feeds it to Beal. Down low. Here's Ariza. And he can't bank that one in.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Noah in the post. Defended by Booker. Here's Hinrich. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Hinrich's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Augustin against Wall. Kicks it to Booker. He's working on Boozer. Looking to end the run. No good from Booker.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Now here is Augustin. He has 5. And finished off by Noah. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Wizards trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, "To me, to win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching staff, down to the players. That kind of quote puts more pressure on the team, but they are set to make a deep run, guys."
Defense really their identity. That's how they win. Here's Boozer following the basket by John Wall. Augustin from outside. They get the rebound. He kicks it to Dunleavy. Hinrich outside. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Gortat.
A bit of an odd year for Kirk Hinrich, who normally is a very efficient player, but started off last season shooting way below his career norms from the floor. Ran the team pretty well, but it was kind of strange to see him shoot so poorly.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Augustin. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Carlos Boozer. And going back to Hinrich, more of a jump shooter offensively. Sometimes that shot can come in, of course, no go.
Yeah, he's not the scorer that he once was in his younger days, but the main attribute for Hinrich is his defense. Just an incredible defender, great footwork, fundamentals, anticipation, and much stronger than he looks. He can guard 1s and 2s.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. .144 left in the first half of basketball. Now Wall. He's got 14. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Bulls?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Now, here's Nene. 6 on the shot clock. Wall passes to Nene. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. 59 seconds left here in the second. And Augustin kicks to Boozer. Hinrich. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Butler, here we go. Rejected by Gooden. Here is Wall. Back to Nene. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. It's stolen by Wall. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gooden. The dish to Beal. Now the feed to Wall. Passes it to Gooden. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead. Pass to Noah. Butler on the way. Shoots the 3. 1 second left. It's stolen by Wall. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Bulls lead by 2.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's time to break down the first half of action. I hope you're happy.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back. A picturesque view here of the Capitol Building here in Washington, D.C.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
Washington's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Booker. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And that one's good. And that's now 10 points for Butler.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
And Hinrich gets it to go.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on deep.
All with it. He's got 14. Dishes it to Beal. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
A lot of people talked about how undersized Bradley Beal was going to be as an off guard in the NBA, but he didn't get the message. You look at how he rebounds, you would have thought he was a 6'7" guy playing the 2-guard spot. He's a terrific rebounder for his size, fellow.
Now when you talk about Bradley Beal, height-wise, he's not 6'6", but he's powerfully built.
I think he's about 6'4", but he's got long arms, Kevin, and he's very skilled. And defensively, I think the potential is there for him to be a stopper.
Now here's Hinrich. He's got 13. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Dunleavy. Sinks the triple. Dunleavy's got 8.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Wall dishes to Beal. Back to Wall. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. The Bulls leading by 7. Hinrich passes to Butler. Boozer with the screen for Butler. Makes the lead pass. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
He hits the second from the line. And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist, so he'd have to develop his left, and that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. The Wizards have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Boy, the Wizards had a hard time getting wins against the rest of the conference, and it's a big part of why they've never built any momentum up at any point of the season. When you can't find it in your ability to beat other teams in your conference, it's a long season for you.
Now here's Hinrich. He's got 13. Left side Boozer. Left side Boozer. There's the pass to Dunleavy. Butler hits it from three-point range. Butler's got 13 points. Well, back to the Wizards. 52 games a season are played in conference, and they struggled against the East, so it really did create a huge roadblock for them. Only 15 conference wins for them, and Steve, that was the second fewest in the East.
Yeah, and the East, as we know, last year was really weak, so that number is pretty alarming, especially when you consider how well Washington played down the stretch. Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
And stolen by Ariza. Inside. And Wall slams it home.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Butler. Boozer a screen on Beal. Butler kicks to Boozer. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time. And they had questions constantly being asked if he would return. But the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin, and they desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
The Bulls leading by 5. Hinrich kicks to Butler. Back to Hinrich. Noah with a screen for Hinrich. He dishes it to Noah. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Gets it to go. Now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Hinrich dishes to Noah. In low to Boozer. It's intercepted. And Booker gets to Ariza. Outside, Wall. Feeds it to Booker. The kick out to Wall. 6 to shoot. Gortat gets a screen from Wall. For the tie. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. Boozer's got 11 rebounds in the game. Butler defended by Beal. Lays out. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Hinrich against Wall. Kicks to Butler. Looking to end the drought. And the shot is good. Butler's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Here's Wall. Sweet little floater. Wall's got 20 points.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Butler. He's got 16. They set the pick. Hinrich passes to Noah. Snell, 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Hinrich outside. Snell. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys. What a performance from Joakim Noah here. He's got 12 rebounds and 16 points. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
Yeah, he's just so focused right now. You can see it in his eyes.
You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player, but I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass, he could put it on the floor, was smart defensively. He's shown that he can anchor a defense, and he contributes double-doubles on a nightly basis.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
You know, for Noah Clark, as you were talking, not just an energy guy, but Steve, he's a good ball handler, and he's a really good passer for one thing. You know, atop the circle, he's got a great view of the floor, and he really can find the guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screen and rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or find another shooter on the perimeter. Noah is good as anybody at that.
And here's Wall, following the three from Augustin. Wall dishes to Webster. Back to Wall. Gortat with a screen on Augustin. It's Wall with the drive. Gibson with the steal. Butler kicks to Augustin. Can't get it to go. Good D by Ariza. Wizards trail by 5. Wall with it. Now guarded by Augustin. Wall passes to Ariza. And slam dunk by Nene. Well, Chicago's gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Noah with a screen on Ariza. Into Noah. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Nene. Ariza dishes to Webster. He kicks it to Nene. He passes to Wall. Gortat inside. Here's Webster. The feed now to Noah. Pass to Gibson. Bulls moving the ball around. Ariza with the rebound. Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
And Wall gets to Ariza. The stupendous finish in traffic. Ariza's got 12 points in the game. Chicago leading. Butler on the way. Noah with a screen for Butler. The dish to Augustin. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Augustin's got 6 in the quarter.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
And the Bulls making a change here. Hinrich's checked in. Chicago on defense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Augustin passes to Noah. Augustin, Ariza covering. Wall against Hinrich. Butler shoots. Good, and Hinrich gets the assist. And that's 18 points for Butler.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Kept alive. Here's Gooden. The layup off target.
I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
Wizards trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Ball against Augustin. Can they get it? That drops. 22 points for John Wall.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Ball against Augustin. Three-pointer, Hinrich. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Ariza no luck.
Now, he's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter.
Gets it to go.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Augustin. Left side, Wall. Passes to Gooden. Dishes to Nene. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Gooden with the jam.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Now, coaches love to see the hustle, but the fans love to see the dunk.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the made shot from Gooden. Hinrich dishes to Butler. Gibson setting a pick for Butler. Pass to Augustin. Back to Butler. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Wizards. Nene's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wall attacking. And the layup is good. Now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Hinrich outside. He feeds it to Augustin. Noah, Gooden defending. Noah with it, working on Gooden. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
The pass to Webster. Uncovered. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Hinrich. Can't get it to go. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Bulls out front. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Now here is Augustin. Hinrich kicks it to Noah. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Now here's Wall. Wall gets a screen from Gortat. It's Wall with the drive. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah has asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course, he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Hinrich passes to Gibson. Noah with a screen for Gibson. With the lead pass, he got right to the cup using that screen. 19 points for Joakim Noah.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Hinrich with it. Now guarded by Gortat. Hinrich kicks to Augustin. And a great assist by Hinrich as that one goes in. Hinrich's got 6 assists in the game. Wizards trail by 7. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. It's Wall with the drive. And Webster kicks to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Little turnaround. They get a hand on it. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. By Dunleavy, who's checked in for Augustin. It's Ariza on the wing. Defended by Dunleavy. Nane lays it up and banks it in.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Now here's Hinrich. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dunleavy dishes to Hinrich. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 3. Noah's shot is off.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And Webster kicks to Wall. He dishes it to Gortat. Back to Wall. From beyond the arc. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Bulls leading by 5. Hinrich kicks to Gibson. Right side, Butler. And the Bulls get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Gibson with the screen on Wall. Hinrich kicks to Dunleavy. Butler. Gibson down low. Gortat's there. Here's Butler. Here's Gibson. Feeds to Noah. Tries yet again. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. Martell Webster picks one up. And he makes the first.
Kevin, that trip there was a good sign for him. He's been getting to the line often, but has been struggling to convert.
That one is no good.
Well, they just can't seem to get it right from the line here. Yet they're still on top. That poor free throw shooting could come back to haunt him.
Kicks it to Wall. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago leading by 6. Here's Hinrich, and he banks in the layup. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Wall against Hinrich, and Wall kicks to Gortat. And again, Washington no good.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it, challenge every shot.
Here's Butler. Good, and Hinrich gets the assist. And now an 11-point Bulls lead.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Wall attacking. That's good. Wall's got 14 points now in the second half. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Now here's Wall. He passes to Webster. Back to Wall. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Webster can't get the bucket.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Now here's Webster. After the miss from Butler. Here's Ariza. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
He kicks to Dunleavy. And stolen by Ariza. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Pass to Wall. Steps back and shoots. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Noah with the block. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Hinrich against Wall. The feed to Ariza. Pulls it up.
And you can tell they've really picked up the energy and the intensity here in the second half defensively.
Ariza with another miss. Noah, the pass to Gibson. But they get it back.
Nice hustle to get them a second look.
There's the call on Trevor Booker. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And the next foul will put them over the limit and in the bonus.
A chance to get some easy points at the line here, so it makes sense to be aggressive.
Dunleavy dishes to Hinrich. And stolen by Ariza.
I don't know how they're in front right now. It's not easy to give the ball up as much as they have and still be ahead.
Yeah, we're talking double-digit turnovers in the first half. I mean, you can't just cough up the ball like that. They've got to improve on that in the second half. Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
And again, no good by Chicago.
Remember, he was hot early, 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
Now here's Wall. Wall gets a screen from Gortat. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Back to Wall. Clock at 4. Butler with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Chicago leading by 10. Hinrich passes to Noah. Gortat with the steal. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Wall against Hinrich. Webster dishes to Wall. Wall gets a screen from Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Wizards making a change here. Beal's checked in. Chicago's gone 1-3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Gibson kicks to Butler. Sinks the 3-pointer. Butler's got 27 points.
Boy, he's lighting it up from long range this half, really taking advantage of the defense.
Outside, Wall. Beal from long range. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Butler passes to Hinrich. Dunleavy. Noah with a screen on Ariza. Dunleavy dishes to Noah. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Hinrich with it. He's picked up by Wall. Puts up the baby hook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Bulls. So 1 for 2 that time at the strike.
Trevor Booker, known mostly as a guy you bring in to up the energy level of the team. I thought last season he might step into a bigger role in the rotation, but actually saw his minutes decline from his 2nd year in the league. I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Wizards trail by 18. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. That's good. And Booker undersized for the power forward spot at 6'8", but he's strong, gets off the floor well.
Yeah, he's a hustle guy. Brings a lot of toughness and rebounding to the game. He's one of those guys that the teammates love to have on their squad just because of what he brings. If he can improve that jump shot and his free throw shooting, that's where you might see him turn the corner.
That's good.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Here's Wall. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
The Bulls leading by 15. Here's Hinrich. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Washington is... It's Wall with the drive. Left side, Wall. Here's Ariza. And the three off target.
Now, bad timing. His team trailing, and this has not been a quarter that he'd like to remember.
Noah, Gortat covering. From 8. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunity.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Wizards trail by 16. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Wall. Shot clock at 6. Hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. There is a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. There's the dish to Booker. Passes it to Beal. 6 to shoot. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. .124 left in the fourth quarter. And Boozer with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Now Dunleavy. Hinrich kicks to Boozer. Dishes it to Dunleavy. There's the triple. That is good. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Wall attacking. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Butler on the wing. Bulls moving the ball around. Boozer kicks it to Noah. Hinrich outside. He feeds it to Dunleavy. Butler, the pass to Dunleavy. He dishes it to Noah. Now Dunleavy, now Butler. Defended by Beal. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Ariza.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Booker the pass to Wall. Ariza outside. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
Pass to Gortat. Feeds to Beal. Wall. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Joakim Noah.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
That free throw missing. The Bulls making a switch here. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Snell. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean,